So we are still talking about the mock papers from Hot Yao Club, okay, 2015 and 2016. And yesterday we were talking about number 14 and number 16. We have talked about this, and then 好，仲有冇其他要問一問嘅？睇下先啊，我由頭掃落去好冇？If you have questions, you may tell me in the chat room. Number 19. Okay, number 19.嗱，你可以講咗先㗎，即係如果有咩問題嘅話，你可以喺個 chat room 嗰度打咗先。咁我一路掃到嘅話，就會去講㗎啦。OK。Okay, number 19. So in the figure, OABC is a square where theta is equal to 63 degrees. Find the bearing of A from C. 呢一部分咧，我哋應該係未温嘅。OK 呢一部分啊，咁但係咧，咁啊你做到嘅話咧，咁我都講先啦。The bearing of A from C 即係個方位角。嗱，記住咧，一定係由一點望一點嘅方位角。The bearing of A from C 就係由 C 點望 A 點嘅方位角。咁我哋會點樣做咧？咁我哋一定咧就係喺 C 點嗰度，即係喺 from 嗰點嗰度。sorry。打個十字。OK， 然之後指向北嘅，得唔得？然之後咧，我哋就會攞條直線 join A and C 咁樣樣。好啦，咁跟住咧，我哋會點做咧？我哋會睇一睇咧 A 喺 C 嘅大約邊一個方向先，得8個方向嘅啫，即係東北、東南、西北、西南，4個方向應該。OK， 東北、東南、西北、西南咁樣樣。而家咧 point A 係咪喺 point C 嘅大約西北方 ？OK， 西北方，即係咁啊。A is at northwest of C. It's okay. A is at northwest direction of C. 係嘛 ？OK。好啦，咁嘅時候咧，我哋就會陣間個答案啊，陣間個答案個答案咧就會係 north something west 咁樣樣，得唔得？即係 north 一隻角度 west。咁即係話咧，我哋肯定 option A is not correct， option B is not correct。Is OK？ 咁究竟係 option C 抑或 option D 咧？我哋要睇睇咯喎。我哋睇下呢一隻角啦。而家呢度咧係north 嚟嘅，先啊。呢個係 north 嚟嘅。我哋想睇下係 north 由 north 轉幾多度轉去 west， 所以咧我哋係由 north 黐住 north 呢一度開始，一路 rotate 轉過去 west 呢個方向。OK， 睇下呢隻角咧係轉咗幾多度？呢隻 x 得唔得？好啦，但係我哋而家有啲咩資料喺度咧？有啲咩資料喺手咧？我哋嘅資料咧就係得呢一隻 theta 咧就係63度，係咪？呢隻係63度。OK， 好啦，咁我哋可以揾到邊啲角咧？嗱，我哋呢個係一個正方形嚟喎，係嘛？呢個90度啦，加到。然之後咧呢一隻角係咪可以計到啊？即係adjacent angles on straight line。OK， 咁你計一計嘅話，呢個應該係27度嚟嘅，27度。OK， 得唔得？好啦，跟住咁如果呢隻係27度嘅話咧，呢一隻啊，睇先啦。 係啦，呢只係咪都係27度嚟㗎？睇唔睇到？因為咧係 parallel lines 嚟嘅，佢兩個27度。咁跟住咯，呢一隻咧，因為咧佢由 AC 啦 ，AC 係個對角線嚟嘅，正方形嘅對角線。藍色呢一角咧，應該係45度嚟嘅，係嘛？藍色呢一角應該係45度嚟嘅。OK，this is 45 degrees。咁即係話咧，我哋而家呢度咧，剩翻呢一個咧，睇先啊，呢一隻紅色呢一個。紅色呢只呢一忽係咪就係45減27？咁應該咧係18度嚟嘅，18度。OK， 好啦，咁而家呢度咧 x 加18度咧，係咪應該係90度啊？因為咧係 north west 呢一隻角係 total 係90度嚟嘅，咁所以 x 咧就應該係90減18 ，OK，90減18，咁即係話咧 x 就應該係72度啦。OK， 咁所以咧呢一個咧個 bearing of A from C 咁就應該係 north 72 degrees west 咁樣得唔得？咁所以答案咧就應該係 option C 啦。Is OK？ 好得唔得呢度？咁你記住咧，即係呢啲 bearing of A from C 其實就係喺 C 點睇 A 點嘅方位角。咁我哋先係寫咗究竟佢大約係邊個方向先，得4種嘅選擇嘅啫。一係就係東北，一係就係東南，一係就係西北，一係就係西南。OK， 4格咁樣，係咪啊？4格。咁而家 A 喺 C 咧，就喺西北個方向。咁你用英文寫翻嘅話咧，應該係 north west。咁咧就一定係 north 一隻角 west 咁樣樣。OK， 好啦，但係隻角係乜嘢咧？同埋邊隻角咧？記住咧，一定係黐住 north 嗰嚟嘅，係咪？一定係由 north 開始轉幾多度，轉到去 west 呢個方向咧，就係呢隻角嚟噶啦。OK， 咁呢個角點計出嚟咧？咁就要睇下幅圖噶咯噃。OK， 咁通常咧，通常啲同學咧都會計到嘅。咁因為譬如呢啲正方形啊嗰樣嘢嘅話咧，90度啊45度咧，咁都係好即係好 standard 嘅啫，係嘛 ？OK， 好嗱，我陣間講一次啊。First, to find the bearing of A from C, so we will see this as looking at point A from point C, standing at point C, looking at point A. Okay, and if we are standing at point C, we will place a cross. Okay, just like this at point C, pointing to the north, south, and west, east direction. Okay, and then we will join the point A and point C with a straight line. And the angle we are going to find is the angle between the straight line and the north-south direction. Okay. So can you understand which angle we are going to find first? Is okay? It's the angle between the straight line joining the 2 points and the north-south direction. It is always sticking with the north-south direction. Okay? So the angle we are going to find is the x here. Okay? And then first, we will try to write down the approximate direction of A from C. Okay, what is meant by approximate direction? So there will be only 4 options you have. Will be northeast, northwest, southeast, or southwest. Okay, in this case, point A is approximately at direction of northwest of point C. So the answer must be north something west. Okay, north something west. So the answer must not be option A and option B. Can you follow up to this? Okay, north something west. We have successfully eliminated option A and option B. Okay, but we still need to find out the precise angle of north, how many degrees west. So that is the x, the angle we have found here. Okay, we have noted down here. Okay, and then how to find the x? It depends on the diagram. It depends on what information the question has given us. For example, in this case, the question told us that theta is equal to 63 degrees. And we know that it is a square. So this angle is equal to, AOC is 90 degrees. And then from the adjacent angles on straight line, we can find this angle CO east is equal to 27 degrees. 180 degrees minus 63 minus 90. So this is 27, okay? And then because the west-east direction and this west-east direction are always parallel, okay? Because they are the same direction. So this, you get an alternate angles here, 27 degrees and 27 degrees, okay? And alternate angles here. Can you see this? This one, Z shape. So if this is 27 degrees, then this will also be 27 degrees, okay? And we know that angle ACO should be 45 degrees because AC is a diagonal of a square, okay? The angle at a square is 90 degrees. The diagonal will cut the 90 degrees into two equal halves. So each half is equal to 45 degrees. So the blue angle is 45 degrees. And then this black little angle is 27 degrees we have found, which means that the remaining red angle will be 45 minus 27, which is equal to 18 degrees, okay? And so what we're going to find is x. And x plus this red angle should be a 90 degrees because it is the angle between the north-south direction and the west-east direction. Okay, the angle between these two directions are always right angle. That is 90 degrees. So x plus 18 degrees is equal to 90 degrees, which means that x should be 72 degrees. Okay, so that is how we can find the answer. The answer will be north 70 degrees west, like this. It's okay? 好，睇下先，好似好多問題喎呢個嚇。So I'm going to talk about number 2 and number 3 first. Okay, number 2 and number 3. Number 2. U square plus 2u minus 2uv minus 4v. Okay. So there are 4 terms here. We try to group into 2 parts, in 2 groups. The first group is u square plus 2u, and then plus the second group is minus 2uv minus 4v. Okay, and then we will take out the common factors from each group. So u is the common factor from the first group, is u plus 2 is the remaining factor. And then what is the common factor from the second group? It should be negative 2v, right? Negative 2v. So we take out negative 2v from the second group. And then what is remaining is just u and then plus 2. Okay. And then there is another layer of common factor, u plus 2. Can you see this? And then we take out the common factor u plus 2. And then write down the remaining factor, u minus 2v. Okay. And that will be the answer. The answer will be option C. Can you see this? So these 2 factors, these 2 brackets can be swapped. So the answer is option C. 得唔得？呢度第二題。Number 3。嗱，如果唔得嘅話，你 stop 我啊。OK， 咁我一路講先，因為都好多啊。Number 3。 好，呢度咧關於 identities 嘅，so x square minus 6x plus 1 is identical to x plus a bracket square plus b. Okay, and then we need to expand all the brackets on both sides. Left hand side is already expanded, so what we need to do is the right hand side. Okay, is originally it is x plus a bracket square plus b. And then I just need to expand the bracket x square plus 2ax plus a square plus b. And then the terms is x square. The x square term is x square. And then the x term is 2ax. And the constant term is a square plus b. Okay, no x term, right? And then we will compare coefficients. Compare coefficients of like terms. Okay. So x square is equal to x square, or just comparing like terms is okay. You don't need to just write down the coefficient. And then x square is equal to x square, nothing to say. But for the x term, we have negative 6x. Negative 6x is equal to 2ax. And then we will drop out the x. Just write down the numbers. Negative 6 is equal to 2a. Okay, and then we can calculate the value of a to be negative 3. Get it? But the question asks us to find the value of a plus b. So we still need to find the value of b. And then we compare the constant term. 1 is equal to a squared plus b. But we have already found the value of a, so we just put it back. Okay, so 1 is equal to 9 plus b, and b is equal to negative 8. Okay, and the question asks us to find the value of a plus b will be equal to negative 3 plus negative 8, should be negative 11. So the answer is option A. Okay?
未得，老Sir。
我會抄喺度嘅，即係我會黐翻喺度嘅，得唔得？咁記住，我而家呢度咧喺呢版嘢嗰度咧，我每一日咧都會 print 翻，即係轉翻做 PDF， 擺翻上去嗰個 homework platform 嗰度嘅。如果你萬一真係抄唔晒，或者係抄漏咗，或者抄錯啲嘢，又想睇翻嘅話咧，咁你去翻個 homework platform 嗰度，咁全部都上晒網㗎啦。OK， 所以唔使擔心話抄唔切咁樣嘅。
即係呢個，即係佢呢個有埋色嘅呢個答案係撳邊一個位？即係平時睇 review 係答案啦，咁呢一個有埋色嗰啲係都係放喺 review 嗰度㗎，定係？
嗱，有埋色嗰啲咧，我就會擺咗喺嗰個 homework platform。你而家見唔見到係睇先啊？即係呢一個。咁譬如你撳6P。即係我上堂嗰啲嘢嘅話咧，就係咁樣啦。咁樣6P 啦，跟住譬如琴日嗰啲咧，我都擺咗上去嘅喎。琴日係咪呢一個啊？12月3號啊？咁你撳呢一個嘅話咧，喺上面就出咗呢個。跟住咧呢一個2020-1203 6P 就係琴日啦，係嘛？呢度咧有個 link 咧 ，video link 就係我擺咗琴日嗰堂嘅即係錄影啦，上去 YouTube 嗰度，咁你可以睇翻啦。呢一個 file 咧。就係琴日我上堂，即係而家我哋做緊呢啲嘢，全部轉晒做 PDF。咁你一撳嘅話咧，你就見到呢一個噶啦，係嘛？琴日我哋就淨係講咗好少嘅啫，即係 sequence 嗰題啦，係嘛？記唔記得？跟住同埋呢個area 嗰題，咁可以睇得翻嘅全部都。咁不過咧，即係因為我嗰啲即係嗰啲大細啊、字體大細咧，咁我冇特登去到校好佢，咁所以有陣時你要放大，有陣時縮細咁樣嘅啫。
哦 ，OK， 好，唔該。
咁記住可以睇得翻㗎，咁啊唔好嘥咗佢。好，我哋翻返嚟呢度啦喎。第3題搞掂咗啦，跟住下一個咧，好似係第5題嚟㗎，係嘛？睇先啊，係冇錯。Number 5。咁細嘅呢個。Number 5，好啦， let k be a non-zero constant if the quadratic equation kx squared plus kx plus 1 equal k has equal real roots. And then k 係等於幾多？好啦，嗱呢度咧留意喎，呢條咁嘅即係所謂嘅 quadratic equation 未係 in 一個 good form 嘅，同埋咧有個 keyword equal real roots。OK， 咁你要諗起啲咩咧？你一諗起 equal real roots 就要諗起 delta 等於0啦。OK，delta 等於0。咁但係咧 delta 咧係未 ready 喎，因為呢一個咧我哋要將佢轉做 ax square 加 bx 加 c 等於0呢個 form 先。OK， 而喺呢度咧係咪右手邊咧就未等於0嘅？咁嘅時候咧我哋就未 ready 嘅。咁即係話咧我哋要將第一樣嘢咧要將呢條式 kx square plus kx plus 1 equals k，and then move the k term to the left hand side。kx squared plus kx plus bracket 1 minus k is equal to 0. Okay? In this case, you can identify the values of a, the value of b, and the value of c. Like this. And then you can calculate the value of delta. The formula of delta is b squared minus 4ac. And in this case, it should be equal to k squared minus 4 times k times 1 minus k. Okay, and then you simplify this k squared minus 4k times 1 minus k, and then k squared minus 4k plus 4k squared. Okay, so that should be 5k squared minus 4k. Okay, this is our delta, but the question tells us that the equation has equal real roots. So we know that delta should be equal to 0. Therefore, we need to put our delta 5k squared minus 4k to be equal to 0. Okay, and this is another quadratic equation. And you may use, so a is equal to 5, and then b is -4, and c is 0. Okay, and then you may use your formula 1 to help you to find the answer. So k should be equal to 0, or k is equal to 4/5. Okay, but the question tells you that k is a non-zero constant, so k should not be equal to 0. So k equals 0 should be rejected. Okay, so the only answer for k should be 4/5. That is option C. 得唔得？好，思維呢度先啊。好，有同學問會唔會 print 翻呢份嘢俾你哋？咁嗱，一嚟我哋真係唔知幾時先至復課啊。咁而家你哋如果你哋有 printer 嘅話咧，咁你最好就 print 咗出嚟先嚇。即係如果你需要印出嚟做嘅話咧，你印翻出嚟先。咁但係如果你冇嘅話咧，咁都唔緊要嘅，我都可以 print 翻俾你哋嘅。咁但係咧，我唔打算全部人都 print 嘅啦。即係喺停課期間嘅嘢咧，唔打算全部人都 print 全部嘢嘅。咁喺停課期間，復課之後啊，喺停課期間做過嘅嘢咧，如果你有需要嘅，你同我講得唔得？我就會印翻俾你嘅。O K， 咁但係如果你冇需要嘅話咧，或者你自己有 printer 嘅話咧，我都建議你自己 print 咗出嚟先嘅，唔好等復課啦，因為唔知幾時先復課咁樣。O K， 好，跟住下一題 ，Number 7。Number 7 is a 好啦，呢題咧係一題比較難嘅題目嚟㗎，難嘅題種嚟嘅，難嘅題種。咁但係呢題係咪好難咧？又未必嘅。咁我睇睇啦。The figure shows the graph of y equals -x squared plus ax plus b。跟住 which of the following is true？ Sorry。好啦，究竟 A 大過0 B 大過0嗰啲啦，係嘛？咁咧嗱，呢個第一樣嘢，我哋有呢啲咁嘅二次嘅 graph 嘅話咧，即係拋物線嘅話咧，我哋睇幾樣嘢嘅啫。睇個 direction of opening。OK， 即係咁樣樣。嗱，呢度咧 ax square 加 bx 加 c， 我用大階 ABC 先啊，即係公式裏邊嘅 ABC 我用大階先。咁咧，如果你記得呢一個嘅話咧 ，if a is larger than 0，then the graph opens upwards. Okay, it's a happy face. If a is less than 0, then the graph opens downwards. That is sad face. OK， 呢個第一樣嘢啦。但係咧呢度咧呢個 a 係負1嚟嘅，係嘛？即係負 x square 啊嘛，係嘛？所以 a 係負1啦。咁即係佢 opens downwards 啦。但係咧我哋諗唔到嗰啲世界 A 同埋世界 B， 佢要我哋揾嗰啲世界 A、世界 B。所以咧呢個第一樣嘢即係 opens upwards、opens downwards 呢一個諗嘅嘢咧係對我哋冇幫助。呢一題裏嚟講冇幫助。好啦，第二樣嘢要諗嘅咧就係關於 y intercept 啊。OK，y intercept 咧就係 put x equals 0 to calculate value of y. So y is equal to -0 square plus a times 0 plus b. That is equal to b. So the y-intercept is equal to b. From the equation, we know that the y-intercept is equal to b. But from the graph, the y-intercept is located at this point. Okay, it is below x-axis, which means that from the graph, we know that the y-intercept should be less than 0. Okay, so when we compare the equation and the graph, we know that our y-intercept is b, but from the graph, y-intercept is less than 0. Therefore, b should be less than 0. It's okay? B is less than 0, which means that option A and option C must not be correct. 得唔得呢度？即係得返 option boy 同埋 option D 啦。好啦，跟住咧諗多一樣嘢，就係咧個 vertex 嘅 x 坐標 ，OK， 即係個 h value 啊 ，h is equal to 嗱咁講，你要記一記嘅時 ，vertex 即係個頂點啊 ，is equal to hk，and then h is equal to -b over 2a，-b over 2a， 負標係 2a 嚟嘅 ，OK。In this case， 呢個係公式啊，公式就係咁樣樣。In this case， in this question， the h is equal to negative 個 b 係即係邊一個啊？就係楞住 x 嗰個數字，即係世界 A。跟住而 A 公式裏邊嘅 A， 即係我哋題目裏邊嘅咩數字咧？即係 -1 係咪？ OK， 咁你化簡咗之後咧，就係應該係 positive A over 2嚟嘅，得唔得？好啦，咁即係話咧，我哋咁樣啦 ，from the equation， the h value h is equal to A over 2。好啦，跟住 from graph 喺個圖嗰度，我哋個頂點喺邊一個位咧？你睇到喎，我嘅頂點就喺呢一度嚟嘅，係嘛？呢一個咧就係即係所謂嘅 h， 即係個坐標啊，就係 h 同埋個 k 啦。咁但係咧呢個 h 咧就係呢點嘅 x 坐標，佢係咪喺個 y 軸嘅右手邊啊？咁所以咧呢一個咧應該係 positive 嘅，個 h 係 positive。咁個 k 其實都係 positive 嚟嘅嘛，個 k。因為咧佢係喺個 x 軸嘅上邊嘅，咁所以佢係 positive。 OK， 咁所以咧 from the graph， 不過我今次淨係睇個 h 嘅啫。From the graph， h is positive， and then we just compare the information from the equation and from the graph, and we'll get that our h should be larger than 0. Okay, a over 2 is larger than 0, which means that a is also larger than 0. Okay, so we have a larger than 0 and b is less than 0. Okay, so the final answer should be option B, option boy. 得唔得？好，抄過呢度先啊。得唔得？好啦，跟住下一題 ，Number 8。Yes, number 8. Let K be a constant. Solve the equation. 好，呢題咧睇落好似好複雜嘅，咁做落都係嚇你嘅啫，其實。So x plus k minus 1 times x minus k plus 1 is equal to x minus k plus 1。你讀一次條題目出嚟嘅話咧，你係知道 x minus k plus 1係左邊同埋右邊都有呢一樣嘢，係嘛？咁嘅時候咧，佢就係一個 common factor 啦。但係佢嘅 common factor 嘅話咧，你唔好約咗佢喎，你要咁樣做 x plus k minus 1 times x minus k plus 1。你要將佢嗱呢度咧，你當係成個咁樣啊，成嚿嘢，成個一個 factor， 將佢減過去左手邊 minus x minus k plus 1 is equal to 0. Can you get this? So you just see the x minus k plus 1 as a whole factor, and then you need to subtract to the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side of the equation, you have a common factor now. The common factor is x minus k plus 1. And if we have common factor, we take out the common factor. Okay? And what is the remaining factor is x plus k minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay? And then you simplify the square bracket first. X minus k plus 1 times x plus k minus 1 minus 1 becomes minus 2. Okay? 好啦，嗱，跟住咧就要學翻我哋 Form 4第一堂學嘅嘢啦。OK， 或者第一課學嘅嘢啦。兩個括弧乘埋等於0嘅話咧，即係第一個括弧等於0，或第二個括弧等於0。因為兩個數字乘埋等於0嘅話咧，只係得兩個可能性嘅啫。一係就係第一個等於0，一係就係第二個等於0咁樣。咁而家咧我哋需要揾咩啊？需要 solve the equation， 即係揾翻個 x 出嚟係咪？咁咪計到咯 ，x from the first equation, x is equal to k minus 1. Okay, and then from the second equation, x is equal to 2 minus k. Okay, so the answer will be option D, k minus 1 or 2 minus k. Okay, like this. 得唔得？好，跟住第10題，講多題啊！呢唔係喎，呢度第8題，跟住第9題 ，sorry， 第9題啊，講埋第9題啫，今日。Number 9. Let fx be x to the power 2015 minus 3x plus k. K is a constant. If fx is divisible by x plus 1, find the remainder when fx is divided by 1 minus x. The keyword divisible by x plus 1. Divisible means remainder equal to 0. Okay? divisible means remainder equals 0. OK， 好啦，但係點揾 remainder 啊？記唔記得啊 ？Remainder is equal to f number. Okay, how to find that number? It is divisible by x minus 1. Okay, then in the draft, you put x plus 1 to be 0. Then x is equal to -1. So -1 will be the number you need to substitute into the fx. And that is the remainder. But we have the formula of fx. So we can calculate the remainder ourselves. It should be -1 to the power 2015 minus 3 times -1 plus k。好啦，負1嘅2015次方，單數次方，負1嘅單數次方就會出負1，負1嘅雙數次方就會出正1，係嘛 ？Okay, and then plus 3 plus k. So that is equal to 2 plus k. Okay, the remainder is 2 plus k, but the question says that it is divisible. So we know that the remainder should be equal to 0. So we need to put our remainder to be equal to 0. So k is equal to -2. It's okay? K is equal to -2. But the question is not asking us to find the value of k. The question asks us to find the remainder when fx is divided by 1 minus x. So we are going to find remainder again. And remainder is calculated by f number. What should I substitute the number into fx this time? It is divided by 1 minus x. In a draft, I put 1 minus x to be 0 and calculate the value of x. And x will be equal to 1. So the remainder is just equal to f1. Okay? But we have the formula of fx. So we just substitute 1 back into the formula plus k. But we have already found the value of k, right? So it's 1 minus 3 minus 2. So that is -4. Okay? So the remainder is equal to -4, and that is our answer. Option A. Is that okay?好，得唔得呢度？好，我呢個咧未講完，咁就下個禮拜一再講埋剩翻嗰啲題目啦。OK。So do you have any more problems? If there is no more problems, then let's continue next Monday. Okay, and that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.